Well, got a fire going back at the cabin on the north trap line. Warming her up. Fed the birds. What? I don't have any food. I threw it on the ground for you, buddy. Anyways, what I'm doing out here this go around, since everything's done as far as lynx, marten, and fisher, I'm trying to locate some wolves. Kind of got an idea where they've been traveling a bit more, so I got 10 leg holds here. I won't be setting today. I gotta go drop some bait and tour around and see if I can pinpoint where they're at. Stay here for a few nights and hope for the best. So I'll have to come out during the week when I go back to work. Probably I'll be out of here Monday, so I gotta check them Wednesday and then Friday within 48 hours. So all right, we'll hit the trail and see what happens. That's a big lynx track. Can't believe the amount of lynx around. Good numbers. Just heading into that first snare site that I got. Got a couple coyotes there so far, but looks like there's some tracks here in the trail. They look pretty big for coyotes. I'm thinking it's probably wolves. Before I got to the bait here, I threw the 2 wolf carcasses out here that I caught on the other line, just to try and see what they were going to do with it. If they were going to tear it apart or what they were going to do. So see here in a bit. Pulling up with here shortly. You never know, we might have something in our snares. Yeah, wolves, all right. They were just here, and this is where I threw the 2 wolves from the other trap line. Looks like they've been coming in from there. All right, I'll go check those snares, and I'll probably set some leg holds out here tomorrow. All right. It kind of looks like there's some bigger tracks here as well, so we're only a few hundred yards from where those tracks were, fresh tracks. No fresh tracks right here, but pretty well out of bait. I'd buried a bucket of beaver guts. I usually always keep them in a pail and let them rot for a while and bury them. And hopefully they freeze. But it's been so mild lately, so I'll have a look at these snares anyways and see if we got anything. I guess it was so windy here in the last little while. All of my snares are bumped. It doesn't happen too often that there's only 2 that are left. And wouldn't you know it, the wolf came through here. Came right through here. And right through there. And another one came right up to there. Ha! He must have come right up and seen that cable there and backed off or something. It sure looks like he turned around right there. Oh. Ha! So yeah, there's nothing in these snares. I can't believe how many snares are down. Just doesn't happen that often. Well, okay, I'll reset all these snares, I guess, and tomorrow I'll be setting leg holds. So they're around, so that's good. This is probably last night's track. All right. So that wolf went right through there. And there's my snare. He must have had his nose right on the ground. But there's a track there to the left, so I don't know if he put his nose around there or what the heck he did, but Yeah. This is one of the snares that wasn't closed, and not sure how he didn't get caught. Lynx walked all the way down, and here's our lynx set, and kept going all the way down. Yeah, we never got one here, but snare's closed, of course, now. Would have been a good spot. Oh well, rough grouse. Well, tonight it's elk steak. Cut it up in little strips and got some peppers and onions and spices in there. A few noodles. Yes, sir. I'm ready for supper. This is my fridge. These windows open this way, and I just crack the window and I keep my stuff that I want to keep cooled off along the window. Works perfectly. All right. I'm at the bait here. I just took a quick glance at the snares. Doesn't look like anything has been back, but we got 3 inches of snow, or 4 inches last night. So it's kind of hard to tell. Nothing right fresh from last hour or so anyway. I might have spooked him off out of here yesterday because it was snowing pretty good for a while, and them being so fresh, the tracks, that he probably buggered off. But I don't know how many there were, but not very many. It didn't seem like, but you never know. So I always put them in the circular way here, so this would be the first one I put in the tub, and I work my way up. I don't want to get all tangled up. This is how I rig mine up. This piece of wire that stays on the anchor, and then feed the chain through it. All my fancy swivels and whatnot. It's nice and organized that way. And the wire's always on the anchor, so when I want to pull them out, and it's easy, everything's there. This is urine from the other trap line. I also got poop from that trap line as well. So yeah, it's almost too mild to be setting today. I was expecting it to be colder. It was -5 Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. I'll try to put it up there, but it's supposed to cool right off. So I'm hoping that when it does, this doesn't solidify to a point where they can step on it and doesn't go off. So anyways, that's the first set. This is another example of they've been going through that cut block and then coming down this trail here. And I purposely always follow the same ones to the intersection here. And that's where I got this one set. You'll notice when we were coming down here, how I kind of jump off the trail. I zigzag in a few spots. That's where key trails are, where they've been traveling. And that's where I'd be setting. So it just widens it up a little bit more so that I can put a set in there. Just an idea. As I mentioned earlier, you can see how I kind of swerved off the trail here just a little bit. And that gives me a nice flat surface. Looks just like the Skidoo trail once I brush it off with the broom. And it blends right in. That trap is right there. I always set it off to either side, because that's what they'll do. They'll stand right there and then sniff it from either side. And if they come from the other side, they'll step over it to pee on it, and that's where they'll step. I've never used setters for my traps. I'll just show you how I set them here, and it's been working good for me. I mean, if you got setters, it's always ideal. But so first thing I do is I put my boot on top of the trap, and then this one here I'll put on the actual spring lever, and then I'll just slide my other boot down, and then down she goes. Make sure I set the night latch on there. All there is to it. I find that if my chain is on that side or this side, I point the opening of the bag towards it. So this is the bottom two corners here. So I'll pull it towards that corner, and I'll hold the trap upright, and I'll just kind of feed it down, and I'll throw my chain where I want it. Then I'll put it down, and the opening of the bag is over here. So now I'm going to hide my chain in here as well. So when I fill it up, it's going to push the air out, going that way, where the chain is coming out. And I don't worry about this part sticking out too much here right now, because I want it to be open to let the air out. You can see how the air is coming out of it. So don't make like a balloon. So at this point here, since most of the air is out, then I can kind of hide it. Same for the chain. Drive that down. So I build up the snow going this way, and then I'll use the broom and purity it up. So I put quite a bit of snow on there, more than I need, but I'm going to lose it here with the broom. I'm just going to keep going back and forth. I've upgraded my broom. Well, I busted my other one, but this one here I went with a longer handle, just because it's so much nicer to reach way out there. So yeah, you can blend all this right in. Last night at the cabin, I set all those leg holds today. Got some fries going and some steak, some onions, elk steak that is. It was a bit mild for setting those leg holds, but the wind was blowing and it was cooling off during the day, so hopefully the conditions are right. And we'll see what we find out on Wednesday. Be coming out here after work and checking them out. All right. Yep.